Hey, everybody, Off the Mic Sports Network here. Another edition of Off the Top Rope Monday Night Raw. I mean, good crowd in Tulsa tonight. A pretty decent go home show for Money in the Bank this weekend. Storylines advanced. Some good qualifying matches. The men and the women, the final triple threats to fill out the Money in the Bank fields have been completed. Let's start off with the men here, which what actually bookended the show, but let's start off with the men. Main event of this show: CM Punk, AJ Styles, and El Grande Americano. And raise your hand if you had El Grande Americano being in the Money in the Bank ladder match. I did not. I probably should have had this on my bingo card because, maybe chalk it up to unpredictability, maybe a little bit. More so wishful thinking that I thought CM Punk being in the Money in the Bank match, especially with Seth Rollins there, made some sense. And CM Punk, being off of 2 consecutive premium live events in a row did not really add up to me. But, he did do Saturday night's main event 2 weeks ago, which I guess you could chalk up to a special event, premium live event. CM Punk's going to get involved in this match one way or the other. So it didn't really matter if he was in it or not. But yeah, El Grande Americano is getting into this. Chad Gable going to pull double duty. Psst, it's Chad Gable in a mask. And one of my favorite things about this match is that's Chad Gable. No, it's not. Or it was like, the crowd was really into this. Listen, El Grande Americano, say what you want with, maybe it's got a little hint of racism with the Gulf of America stuff. And, it's a little bit insensitive. It's entertaining, man. Chad Gable is doing his damnedest with this thing, man. And, why not give him a chance? He's going to do some crazy shit, yeah, some people will joke at me in the comments. That's not Chad Gable. It's like, guys, let's dismiss kayfabe here for a second and just and just admire. Hey, listen, this is a ridiculous, over the top gimmick, almost kind of bordering on Vince McMahon levels of things. You know what? He's managed to make it entertaining. Yeah, is it offensive? Sure, but let's actually just take a look at this. Why I'm, I guess I could say I'm okay with this. Yeah, it's weird. AJ Styles, getting kind of tossed aside for this. But I didn't think AJ Styles, even if he made it in the match, was winning this match. I didn't think CM Punk was going to win this. I don't think El Grande Americano is going to win the Money in the Bank. That being said, I'm not ruling it out, but I don't think it's going to happen. I would not put it past them, and that would certainly be a shock to the system if, Chad Gable in a luchador mask is the one holding a guaranteed world championship match, and everything that we've wanted from Chad Gable in terms of everybody complaining about him being pushed after, they didn't really get anything out of the Otis thing. They didn't really get anything out of, the Intercontinental title push against Sami Zayn. So if this is the way he gets potentially to a world title, more power to him. But, it's not going to land as great, especially with, some of the bad PR that WWE has dealt with. But I'm fine with this. CM Punk is going to get involved in the match one way or the other. AJ Styles, even if he got into it as much as he may have deserved it, AJ Styles wasn't winning Money in the Bank. So, you throw El Grande Americano, you create some unpredictability in this match. And, hey, Chad Gable's pulling double duty. Hey, you have to have the luchador in it. Chad Gable and El Grande Americano, this character could cross over with Penta, which makes a lot of sense. So listen, I'm fine with it. It's going to be very interesting to see the dynamic of how this plays out in the match. I mean, let's call it what it is, man. Hey, you've got El Grande Americano, you got Penta, and you've got Andrade in this match. So 3 lucha adjacent stars, although one of them's not really a luchador, but we'll call that what it is. Yeah, listen. A lot of people are going to be upset that, more deserving wrestlers didn't get the opportunity here. But like I said, we'll see how this goes on Saturday. Because listen, if he does win the briefcase, if you pull back the whole like ridiculousness of the character, if Chad Gable in a luchador mask gets Money in the Bank, my goodness, that is going to be something. That being said, I think everybody's naturally migrating to Seth Rollins as the Money in the Bank winner, just based off the way that that's been framed. I think that's too obvious. My My pick right now is LA Knight. And I brought this up back right around the time that it was revealed that LA was going to be hosting Money in the Bank. I was like, LA Knight winning in LA. It's the third year in a row that he's in this match. Let's just give LA Knight something, for God's sake. The guy was in the bloodline vortex forever. This guy's been over forever. Can we finally crown this guy, please? Let's please. At some point, we've got to do this. So I know like I said, really, like I said, those are the two in my mind. Solo, you could maybe make a case for it, but I don't think that, especially with Jacob having the U.S. title, I just don't think that makes a ton of sense. Um, Andrade would be a nice little surprise, but there's really no momentum behind that. So, and then El Grande Americano is really the wild card in this. They could go all in with it and just really do something crazy, but I have no idea how this is going to land. But all in all, and I know this is going to probably turn some heads here because people are going to say that I'm a shill for WWE or I'm a mark. Listen, this was harmless. And again, like I said, if CM Punk wasn't winning it, what's the point of putting him in that match? What's the point of putting him in that match? Because really, the whole point of it, like, the more I think about it, if Punk's in that match, it's pretty blatantly obvious where we're going with this, so not having him there and having him have a run in to screw Seth Rollins, I think makes more sense than actually having him physically in the match. And hey, we got CM Punk. CM Punk can still wrestle. He had a good face off with AJ. Look, would I have liked for AJ Styles to not have had to eat a damn pinfall? But hey, he got hit. He got hit with the metal plate in the mask, and that's a good gimmick. And it's storyline progression. Hey, Worlds Collide is literally across the street, and the actual man Chad Gable is going to be wrestling two matches, one against El Hijo de Vikingo, and then he's going to be in a Money in the Bank match. So if you dismiss the whole gimmick from this is going to be a remarkable weekend for Chad Gable. And again, like I said, if he wins it, and we could have a discussion about that, that would not really land very well. But when you pull it back and you basically say, oh shit, Chad Gable in a luchador mask might actually have possession of the Money in the Bank briefcase, which, guys, I know everybody's mad that this is what it had to resort to, but on some level, we've got to give some credit to Chad Gable for making this ridiculous gimmick and this whole ridiculous thing work, because it has worked and we're still entertained and it's over. As much as you may not like it, or as much as a lot of people may not like it, there's a reason why he's in this spot. It may seem absurd and ridiculous and whatnot, but again, I didn't see Punk winning this match. Or I didn't see Punk. Oh, I actually had Punk winning the qualifying match, but Punk wasn't going to win Money in the Bank. He's already a two-time winner. AJ Styles, even if he got into the match, I didn't see AJ Styles winning Money in the Bank at this stage of his career. So, yeah. At that, like I said, once you pull back a lot of the nonsense that is El Grande Americano, it gave us something that we were talking about. It's unpredictability. It's yet to be seen where this goes, but like I said, it's not my favorite thing in the world, but there have been far worse decisions in WWE history than El Grande Americano being in Money in the Bank. So we'll see how it goes on Saturday. Like I said, if you just pull back all the kayfabe nonsense, what a weekend for Chad Gable. Like, everybody was mad that he didn't get pushed the way he did, and look at this. This guy's getting two matches over the week in the span of basically about 6 hours. He's getting a Money in the Bank match, and he's facing one of the more death-defying luchadors in El Hijo de Vikingo over the course of the weekend in Los Angeles. So that'll be very interesting this weekend out here in LA at the Forum, and then also at Intuit Dome. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye.